What's up everyone, this is Ishu Mohan again. Welcome back. As you guys must have realized that a last video, the one that I had made on Crown, was particularly about the first two seasons. This one is going to focus more on the third and the fourth season. Before I go on, I want to say that there were so many things that I missed out in the last video, especially the part that the main aspect being that the music is produced by Hans Zimmer and Rupert Gregson-Williams, and this has to be the highlight of it because Hans Zimmer, whenever he has produced music, movie or the show has come out to be as a big hit, right? I'm a huge fan of Dark Knight trilogy, a huge fan of Christopher Nolan in general, as you guys must have realized by now. The thing is, Hans Zimmer the marriage between Hans Zimmer and the director or the creator of the show or movie or any such thing, I think that's the most beautiful relationship because Hans Zimmer kind of embellishes the whole process of filmmaking. Because when you watch a movie, the soundtrack, and let's say the soundtrack is an absolute banger, you can clearly say that the movie has done the job. It has driven the message. So I mean, hats off to Hans Zimmer for producing the music, and Rupert Gregson-Williams, who is a student of Hans Zimmer, Lauren Balfe, and in the third and fourth season, it's Martin Phipps. Now, I don't want to stretch on. Let's get to the main aspect of the third and fourth season. Crown, like I said, the creators always want to reincarnate the whole cast after two seasons, right? They want to create a whole shift. And the reason why they do this is because they want to keep it realistic. They don't want to use a lot of makeup. And they want a new perspective in every two seasons because they feel that, you know, the characters that are being played in real life, they grow as people. So they need mature actors to embody them. And I think that concept has come out to be really well. But there's one small thing that bothered me a lot, and that would be the fact that while I was watching the third and fourth season, it was really difficult for me to it was a huge leap for me that I made, in the sense that the first two seasons I was very comfortable with the cast. I was very comfortable with what they had to provide. Matt Smith, Claire Foy, Victoria Hamilton, or Vanessa Kirby, or Jared Harris, whoever there was, or John Lithgow for that matter. I feel like I was comfortable with them. You know, there was a sense of bonding between the viewer and the actors. But now we have to get acclimatized to a new environment while watching it. So that was a tiny trepidation that I faced while watching it. And I feel like Olivia Colman, for some reason, was always a bit more broody in nature. That's also probably because she's not broody exactly. She's more mature, wiser, and doesn't speak much when not required. And she has learned a lot in the process, so maybe that's the reason she doesn't speak much. So it's wrong for me to call her that she's broody, but she's not. And talking about Margaret, Princess Margaret, I feel like the character was so vivid and colorful in the first two seasons because it was being played by Vanessa Kirby, and there was a sense of attitude that was right out there. You could feel the aura. But now, I mean, Helena Bonham Carter is a beautiful actress, right? She did an amazing job in Harry Potter. She did an amazing job in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, or even in Alice in Wonderland. She's an amazing actress. She's acted in beautiful movies like Fight Club, etc., etc. But I feel like there was something that she was holding back in this series, and the main reason is because of the fact that she had very less screen time as compared to Vanessa Kirby in the first two seasons. So I didn't quite like that part because I feel like Helena Bonham Carter could have provided so much more of the character. But then as this question popped up in my mind, I realized that this series focuses more on the queen's perspective of everything, right? So maybe that is the reason why, as the series moves forward, the other characters or the other supporting roles do not have that much of a significance. I'm not saying they do not have any significance. I'm just saying that it gradually and yet substantially kind of decreases a notch. Tobias Menzies is the new Prince Philip, and to be honest, when I first saw him, I thought he was this Saturnine character who was very gloomy. But as he went on, I mean, he's done a wonderful job, because I've read these articles which says that Prince Philip, as he grew as a person, he matured into this person, and he was much more wiser of a person. And I feel like Tobias Menzies, in that sense, embodied Prince Philip in a very positive manner. And there's this episode in particular named Moondust, in which they witness the Apollo mission and Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin and the other astronaut landing on the moon surface. And we could see that Prince Philip is so passionate about it, and he ends up tearing up. He ends up crying, because that's how he's passionate about it, and he sees a larger aspect of this whole mission, right? And for him, it's more philosophical. There's a new dean who was appointed in the church by the Queen, and he despises him in the beginning because he holds these meetings where people come and talk about the mental health, and he hates it. He thinks it's a waste of time. But after a point, when he ends up meeting those astronauts for real, he realizes that they're just humans. Everyone faces same amount of issues, and everyone's the same, no matter how monumental or illustrious the success of the career or their career has been. He realizes that there's always a sense of unattainability, and it's faith. If it resides in the heart or in the head, it's faith that protects you. And that scene, the whole scene, the climactic scene of that particular episode, it moved me to an extent that I was hands down a huge fan of Tobias Menzies after that episode. And the actor who played Dean, I just don't know his name. Olivia Colman, like I said, she's an amazing actress. She's done an amazing job as an actress playing in the movie The Father, along with Anthony Hopkins, like I mentioned this before. And I feel like Olivia Colman is more of the Queen and less of Elizabeth, because I feel like Claire Foy had more of personal aspects and attributes added on to her role when she played the Queen. I feel like Olivia Colman is more of Queen, the head of state, because she's matured into this person. These were the main things that I want to talk about, the roles being played by these actors. But if there's one phenomenal role that I want to talk about, before I move forward, I just want to say that Charles, plays with Josh O'Connor, was also an amazing character, and I loved how his mind is so fickle, and he's still, like, he has this conflict all the time with his family, within himself, and about his love life, and how he's being manipulated by Camilla Shand and his own family at times. I love how sometimes he's the one who's the right person and yet ends up doing the wrong thing. And as an audience, I would always vouch for Charles, but then at the end, he does something so stupid and he stoops so low at a level that you don't feel for him anymore. And that shows his immaturity and imbecility. So that is one thing about Charles. And the actress who plays Camilla Shand and Andrew Parker Bowles, even they were great. Elena Doherty, who plays Princess Anne, she was amazing. Emma Corrin, who plays Diana, was amazing, because I feel like I kind of cringed at the beginning because it felt very fake. But Diana is like that, and I felt like she embodied the character in a way that nobody else could have, and she perfected the way Diana speaks, the way she dances, and the way she moves, the way she behaves, the way she talks, and she was amazing. And there was emotional connect, and you could feel for Diana, because it's the most tragic story, and I feel like Diana was put into the situation by people, and she wasn't even responsible for the whole situation. and I feel so bad for her in real life. And the way Emma Corrin played her was is amazing. And you sympathize and empathize. You sympathize for her and empathize with her. So Emma Corrin was great too. And I might be missing a lot of other characters, but like I said, Helena Bonham Carter, who plays Margaret, ends up getting significant roles in particular episodes, and she has this monologue in which she talks about the Queen for her 25th year as the Queen, the Jubilee. And that monologue is so motivating and inspiring and moving and emotional that even I teared up, and you could feel the chills. I was getting goosebumps when I watched it. So there were certain aspects that I loved about the show, but I would still prefer the first 2 seasons because I got connected to it, and I loved the soundtrack better. So yeah, maybe that is the reason. But about this character that I want to talk about is Margaret Thatcher, played by Gillian Anderson. Gillian Anderson is an amazing actress. I've watched her in X-Files, I've watched her in other movies, but I never thought she could play Margaret Thatcher. And Margaret Thatcher has been played by Meryl Streep and other great actresses out there. And Meryl Streep won an Oscar for it. And I feel like Gillian Anderson did a wonderful job. There were times when I felt like she overdid certain things, but as an actress, she was amazing. And the monologues that she gives, the phrases that she uses, the idioms that she throws in every now and then, and the shade that she throws in every now and then, and that absolutism, the power that she holds, it defines what an Iron Lady means, or what an Iron Lady represents. So hats off to Gillian Anderson. She did a wonderful job. As for the characters, they were amazing. And there were obviously certain flashbacks in which the old characters came up, and that was very heartwarming and amazing to watch. And I feel like it was in the 8th episode, the 48:1, in which there's a fight between Margaret Thatcher and the Queen for the Commonwealth in the situation regarding the apartheid in South Africa. And in that episode, Claire Foy comes back, where they show her speech from 1947, where she pledges that she wants to serve for the Commonwealth and she considers it as her second family. So that was a very heartwarming scene too, and a moving speech. As of now, as I watch the show, I've been deeply moved by it, and it has intrigued me so much so that I've written a blog on it. I've not written a blog on the series The Crown, but I've written on what the British monarchy stands for, what the monarch stands for. But that's how moving the show has been. For me, the ratings have been, like Rotten Tomatoes and IMDb have been very generous with it, and I loved it. I would definitely rate it a solid 9.2 out of 10. And if somebody asks me whether to watch it, do yourself a favor, man. Go and watch it. Seriously. That's all I have to say about the show. There's nothing much I can put forward. But I just want to say that give it a shot. And if there's anything else, please put it down in the comments. We'll make a video on that. Like, share, and subscribe. And share this as much as I can. Your support means a lot. Our Instagram is down in the description. And please support us. We're looking forward to provide good content to you. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Stay safe in these unprecedented situations. I just want you to stay safe and stay healthy. Eat healthy. If you can go out, try avoiding going out, but if you can go out, then go for a walk. Stay isolated and have fun, man. That's all I can say. Bye bye.